What's up, everybody? It's Friday Night Live, and you are at the Reseller Locker Room Podcast, episode number 10. Welcome into Friday night session, and as always, joining me here in the locker room is the one and only Master of Disaster, the Beard King Picker. Down below, we got the Buttery Biscuit Butt, and joining us is a brand new member to the locker room, the snake-handling rookie, Shane Soda City Flips, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, boys?
What's happening, fellas?
What's up? The snake-handling Wookie? Is that what you called him?
Snake-handling rookie.
I thought you said Wookie.
Hey, I'm a Star Wars fan. It works.
I hope you're not handling any snakes right now, buddy.
Nope. No idea what's going on under this desk, though.
Well, guys, how's y'all's week been, man?
It's been good.
Good. Well, we want to holler. We want to holler out. We want to look over here at chat real quick. We do have an agenda for tonight's show, so this is not going to be like a Friday night hangout for us. We're here to get some work done, but we want to holler at Bell's Resale, Pocket Change Podcast, Nashville Flippers, Vintage Sport Flips, Baubles Blings, Needful Things, Dragon Masters Finds coming to us from his bathroom, Matt's Profit Pursuit, and the Good, Great, Fabulous. Welcome all into our chat, guys. If you got any questions throughout the show, I'm a Resell It. Just joined us. If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. We'll fit them in. But, we want to talk about a couple things here tonight, fellas, and it's great to be with each of you. And again, welcome Shane officially as our fourth member of the locker room.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't make us regret it.
That was more than a golf clap.
Hey, you deserve it. You deserve more than a golf club.
Well, guys, because I've had so much trouble with computers and internet, and I've probably dropped $1,200 in the last 2 weeks on internet and equipment. I've been without my internet all week, which means I haven't been able to list, and I am behind in front of the 8-ball, or is it behind the 8-ball? Which way does it go?
Definitely under it.
I think I think the 8-ball is missing off the table for you, man. This has just been a horrible week.
It's insane, dude. It's totally insane. But anyway, normally, folks, we do these recorded sessions, but we had talked about maybe doing for every 10 episodes, we do a live, and we hope that you guys in chat enjoy this show. We want you to participate in it, of course. But tonight's subject, I actually got this, fellas, and I think I've already told you this, that I picked up this question from ABC Matt, which I believe he is also here in the chat. And I saw one of his shorts, I guess it was about a week ago, where he was posing the question, which is more difficult, being a part-time reseller or a full-time reseller? And, guys, we've kind of kicked that back and forth around for the last week and trying to come up with some thoughts, because there's several of us in here that are full-time. And then, of course, Shane is a part-time reseller. So I think we can offer some great expansion of opinions on both sides of this coin. So, Shane, let's just start with, guys, let's talk about part-time reselling, the advantages, disadvantages, pros, cons, and then we'll just break on into full-time. What do you think?
All right. Sounds good.
Part-time.
Shane, from your perspective, since you're a part-timer, let's talk about some cons of being a part-time seller for you.
I think for me, the biggest one is family time, because I'm gone all day with my full-time job. And when I get home, I have to try to get listing done, all my packaging and shipping. If I'm doing a new video for YouTube, all that has to be done after work. And that takes away family time for me. My 2 kids are older and, they're full-grown adults, but I do have a younger stepdaughter and my wife here at the house. So not being able to spend as much time with them, that's pretty difficult sometimes. And it also, especially for me, there's a lot of resellers here. You guys know the big ones that live in my town. Those guys don't make it easy for me when I go to Goodwill or any of the thrift stores after work on the way home or something. They've already picked through and taken everything. The bins, our bin situation, they don't like refill all the bins up throughout the day. They do it once before the store opens, and that's it till the next morning. So there's no point in going to the bins unless I can get there on the weekend. So sourcing is another difficult one for me. Everything has to be done on the weekend, but then again, that goes back to missing time with the family because they don't mind going to the yard sales and flea market. They don't want to go to thrift stores with me. It's not enjoyable for them. So it's hard, trying to separate family time from full-time job and part-time reselling is pretty doggone difficult.
Right.
Yeah, those are probably the two biggest ones for me. And I guess I can throw on top of that another con would be death pile. I don't really have a death pile, so with winter coming and yard sales, flea market, those are going to be obsolete. That leaves me with thrift stores and the bins, and I just told you how hard it is for me to source at those places. So I really wish I had a much larger death pile than I have right now, because sourcing is going to become even more difficult.
Right.
Yeah. So those are probably my three biggest ones.
What do you say are your pros for being part-time? And really think about money and the whole picture of things.
Yeah. So for me, I know I've heard a lot of resellers talk about benefits in insurance costs and all that kind of stuff. And I work for a multi-billion-dollar Fortune 500 company. We have really good insurance, and it's free for me. I do pay for the family, but I'm covered 100% free. So that's obviously a big one for me. If sales are slow, I still have income coming in. My salary is going to make sure my family's taken care of. Everything's taken care of. And when I do make sales, it's all just extra money to help me, on my path to financial freedom, and eventually hopefully be able to step away from my corporate job and become a full-time reseller. So any extra money I'm making, I can start putting some towards savings or, pay off credit card bills, whatever I got to do. So those are probably the three big pros for me.
Right. Okay. Fellas, all three of us, Archie and Alex and myself, we all started part-time. Most everybody does, of course. One of y'all guys want to share some of your thoughts on this part-time versus full-time?
I think it comes down to time management.
Oh yeah.
Trying to find balance. Sorry, guys. I didn't hear anything you said. I was yelling at my wife upstairs with the dog and calling her and all this stuff going on here. So I totally missed anything you said, Shane. So I apologize.
It was probably irrelevant to you because you're not part-time.
Hey, that's a $50 fine right there, my friend. All right, Archie, what do you say, boy?
I think there's just so many variables to that question. I mean, first off, you have to determine what is full-time versus part-time. I know that we discussed that probably about like 8 episodes ago, but you really have to determine what you are, because I can say I'm full-time all I want, but the reality is I still do other side hustles, which for me is also a pro, because when eBay is slow or, the glitch is affecting us all, I can go out and do other hustles and make more money if I need to. But I think the biggest pro to being full-time is I don't have to answer to anybody. Although I will say that I would probably fire myself because I'm my own boss. But that's the great thing, is you don't ever have to answer to anybody. I mean, you have to answer to your bank account. That's it. And your bills. But for me, the luxury of just not having to punch in every day, not having a W-2.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
Well, golly, I've been self-employed since 2008. I have forgotten what it's like to have to be somewhere at a certain time and clock in. And keep up with all that rat race, But, there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, this day and time, it's scary for, I think, anybody that's self-employed today because of the way the economy is, a lot of uncertainty in the marketplace. I mean, being full-time, like Alex said, you got to be good at time management, because if you're working from home, buddy, and you don't have to be anywhere, it's easy to just get up whenever you want, go turn on the boob tube, watch YouTube all day long when there's work that's got to be done. Another thing too is the income. And Shane, you touched on this. You need to have, and this is my background from finance. I know that when I made that transition from working full-time to going full-time self-employed, I made sure I had 6 months worth of expenses set back in my bank account in case something happens. And trust me, fellas, this life happens at any given moment. So
absolutely.
you got to have not only it's good to have a death pile of inventory to always go back on, but more importantly, you need to have money set aside if you're going to make that transition from, a W-2 employee to self-employed. You just can't make a decision and pull the trigger unless you're a big gambler. But
see, the question was what is harder, full-time or part-time? Well, I don't think you can actually put an answer to that, because you're still doing the same work. I think Jimmy in the chat said something about he knows full-timers that only work 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
And again, that's how they define their full-time. But the point I guess I'm trying to make is you're still doing the same work. You still have to do everything. If I had to say what was harder, though, I would probably say the part-time, because they still have a commitment to another job. And that's always going to be number one. And then more than likely, like you, Shane, you still have a commitment to your family and your kids and your wife.
That's true.
So
Archie,
there's just so many variables.
You're right. And it's all on personal perspective. But as a full-timer, I can tell you, it's good to have control of 100% of your time. Whereas a part-timer has to divide their time out amongst life, kids, wife, if you've got one. Archie and I don't, so we're taking applications just for you ladies that want to know. Anyway.
Grumpy Grandma, are you available? I see you in the chat.
Get you an Aussie, dude.
She'll wrap you to bed.
When you're full-time, though, Shane.
I need a sugar mama.
When you're full-time, you have more time to get out and source. You have more time to dedicate to listing. And so I wouldn't say there is an easier to this. I don't think it is easy either way, if you want my answer.
I'm going to say that part-time is less stressful because you're getting a paycheck every month, right?
True.
When it comes to reselling full-time, we don't know if we're getting a paycheck. It depends on how much, how many hours you put in. And also with the full-time job, you actually work less than working for yourself. Full-time, this is 24-hour, all day.
That's fact.
I think the other great thing, though, is if you're part-time with a full-time job, you're basically putting your feet in the water to see if this is something you want to do in the future, which we can't, we can only go backwards. We can only go back to a W-2 at this point, which isn't necessarily a bad thing either. But at least you can figure out if this is what you want to do full time before you take that leap. But I think the biggest question, Shane, would be, knowing what you know now, what would you rather do? Would you rather be full time or part time?
I mean, the ultimate goal is to go full time. I enjoy reselling and I enjoy YouTube. So I'm hoping that if, I'm blessed enough, I'll be able to do both at some point for a full-time income.
Shane, and you tell me if you think the same thing, but I know that I dealt with this when I was faced with making that decision of letting go of that steady paycheck, which, I worked for City Financial for 10 years. I made $27.50 an hour plus 401, sick time, paid vacations, all that. It's a ringer of a thing to worry about and think about, hey, am I really going to just take those those secure paychecks and just walk away from it and roll the dice, especially with the way eBay is right now. I mean, the thing about this business, fellas, and I hate it. And I hate it really bad right now because I have 0 sales today. And that's happened to me 2 other times just this month. Everybody says fourth quarter's when you're going to make the best money. BS on my calendar because I made more this past summer. But I digress from that. What I'm saying is it's a scary thought, Shane, to walk away from all those benefits, health insurance, 401, that steady pay. It's a scary thought when you realize that if I leave, I will not be getting that money anymore.
Yeah, that's why I've told many people who've asked me, what my ultimate goal is, and I firmly believe that if and when it happens, it'll be years from now. It's not going to be anytime soon. I'm going to have to make sure I'm 100% comfortable, and not just me, my wife. She's got to be, if she doesn't agree that we're in a good place, then I'm not going to be able to pull that trigger.
Yeah. See, I think there's another variable. Like, let's take Alex, for instance. Your wife has a W-2 job.
Yeah.
And that helps with benefits. Yeah. So that's another variable, unlike you and me, Ben, where it's just us.
Yeah.
And, we're the sole provider. We're the only person doing our business. And, is that technically full-time? You're full-time, but, at least your wife is covering some of that.
So last year I worked part-time and did part-time reselling. So I worked 3 days only a week, and I was doing delivery stuff for our preschools we owned. And so I would just go thrifting in between runs that I would do for supplies or whatever I had to do when she was packing at home. But we had insurance too. We could build up the reselling thing. The goal is to totally bring her home though, and just do reselling together again, like we were doing before.
There you go.
So,
that's a good goal.
So let me ask you guys then, and Shane, you can also answer this. You got me hidden here.
I can't see your face.
Well, I want to get to
Matt's got to move.
I want to get to this comment here. Go ahead, Archie.
No, well, get to the comment because what I have to say will involve is and Shane, like I said, you can answer this too. But Ben, what made you want to go full time? I mean, what made you take the leap? Same with you, Alex. And then what would make you take the leap, Shane?
For me, it's dealing with other people. Like, I want to be my own boss. I don't want to answer to anyone. That would be my reason.
As long as you work for another person, and I don't care what you do in life, if you are working for somebody else, they control your worth, your value, and what you earn, period.
Of course.
The only way, in my book, gentlemen, and I've had 5 different businesses since 2008, the only way to achieve personal wealth is through entrepreneurship in businesses like this or any other business that you can start that has a viable need and you fill it.
Yeah, just don't run your business in California. You'll be fine.
I love how Kerry brags about his 3 degrees and Ben brags about his 8 businesses. But you should because you've been successful.
But here's the deal, guys.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Listen, let me tell you a story about that real quick. My hot dog cart, y'all saw a picture. That thing was sweet. That sucker was handmade. These hot dog carts, you see them in Chicago and on the streets in New York. Would you know when I went to New York City and I ate from a hot dog cart, they call them dirty water dogs up in New York City. That dude makes 6 figures a year right there on that same street corner every year slinging dogs, dude.
Slinging wieners.
Slinging dogs.
What were you called? Hillbilly hot dogs?
I think many people in chat know this too. And I just forgot my point.
Well, I'll tell everybody why I got into this full time. I was unfortunately a product of a business that shut down during COVID and went back because I had a restaurant on the Strip.
I thought you were a stripper in Vegas. No?
Well,
you got closed down.
That's where the name Biscuit Butt came from,
right?
That was part time. So my part time gig, regardless, they were both on the strip. The entire strip shut down. So we couldn't go back for like 3 months. When I went back, it just was not the same. And while I was actually furloughed, I actually got into reselling. I was flipping sewing machines, like tons of sewing machines, making a killing. And then that's really why I got into this, was because I had no other choice. I had to, because I couldn't leave a restaurant business and go and get the same position anywhere else making the kind of money I was. So that's all I could do. What about you, Shane?
Yeah, mine is just the quest for entrepreneurship. I want to build something that I'm proud of. Like I love my job. You guys know that. I've told you all. I love my job, but it's never going to be as satisfying as if I built something myself that I can be proud of. And just that quest of financial freedom, working for myself, it just drives me. That's it.
Yeah.
Are we really working for ourselves, though, if we're relying on eBay or Amazon? Because we're still technically working for someone else. And they could pull the plug on this whole business anytime they want.
Yeah, they're not going to, though.
Yeah, but that's why you don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Amazon will.
Shane,
I'm moving all my items over to Bonanza.
There you go.
Tomorrow.
That's right. You'll be fine.
All a business plan.
Shane, do you have a college degree?
I do not.
Do you,
I
Alex?
do not.
Huh?
Do you have a college degree?
No. I have some college credits in child development, but not a degree.
Archie, do you?
I do, from the UNLV. I have a marketing degree.
Well, let me tell you, you're the only one in this room that has one.
Yeah, I'm the only one. I'm the only idiot that paid $70,000. I wish I could get back, and I didn't use it.
Let me tell you, and I said this in one of my other videos. My last video tanked like a freaking whore in church. But anyway, my other video, obsession beats talent every time. Mm-hmm. That's going to be my mantra for 2024, guys, because it's so daggone true. If you become obsessed with this reselling business and becoming a success and doing your due diligence on the things you know you need to be doing to be successful to make money, you don't need a college degree. Hell, some successful people I know never even graduated from high school, and they're millionaires.
That's me. I didn't graduate from high school. I have no high school diploma. All right, guys. So quick story. I'm 44 now. You guys know my birthday was last week. My son is 26. I was very young when I had my son. So I went to work. I didn't want to not be able to take care of my kids. So I dropped out of high school. I went to work, and I've never looked back, but I'm doing really well. Like I said, a Fortune 500 multi-billion-dollar company that I work for. I make a really good living, and I wouldn't change any of it.
Hey, welcome in, Rural Squirrel.
Kids at 26. I started at 18. I graduated high school when I had 2 kids.
Yeah, my son was born. I was 17 years old.
Wow, dude.
18.
You didn't waste any time, did you?
No. I did wait 6 years till I had another one.
No wonder your name is Soda City, dude, because you like to pop, pop, pop.
And I'm pretty sure I don't have kids.
Hey, we want to give a shout out to my man Corey over on Reseller Clickbait Podcast. Be sure to go over there and visit him and Ken on their show. Love those guys over there. Hey, Corey, I'm glad you're in with us. Shane, have you ever considered a singing career with that voice?
I have not, though. My wife and I do a lot of karaoke. We have our own system at the house, like a big fancy one. Like I imagine something similar to what you had when you DJ'd.
Oh yeah.
What are you singing?
I dedicate.
I do everything from the oldies to death metal.
Oh my God!
You want to have a vocal battle real quick?
Well, you know what we need to do, fellas. What we need to do, guys, on the next episode is Alex, you need to play that song you played. Our 3rd episode here on the Locker Room. You play the song. Teach Shane the lyrics, so you play it and he sings it.
Yeah, that cheesy song.
Yeah.
The one, didn't somebody hate on us for that?
Yeah.
It was the backup singer they didn't like. But this time I'm bringing backup dancers.
Shane,
Nice.
ABC Matt says Shane can sing the blues. ABC Matt, I hope that we gave you some semblance of an answer to that question that you had posed. But when I saw that you put out, that has been on my mind ever since. So I wanted to do this segment in the show addressing your question.
Yeah, me and
See,
Grumpy Granny are going to drop an album next year, guys. It's going to be the hottest thing next summer.
See, I think you sound more like Wolfman Jack, but you know, probably most of the people in the chat know who that is. But
Hey,
Wolfman
Jack, baby.
Because wasn't he on the Gong Show?
You know why, Archie? They won't know in chat. They're younger. Everybody's freaking younger. They don't know who Wolfman Jack is. Are you kidding
I know
me?
who he is.
Put it in chat if you know who Wolfman Jack is. I'd like to know that.
Grumpy Granny said she could teach me the balls of O'Leary. I'm assuming you guys didn't hear her singing that one this morning during her live show. Let me just tell you, it's not a playground song.
Let me ask you this, guys. Do you think we're actually going to see the identity of the octopus ever?
He should do a face reveal. How many subs does he have?
Not 100,000, and I would think that's what
he has 100.
Need.
He has 100,000.
Wait, what?
No, I'm saying he doesn't, and I would assume he would need at least 100,000 before he revealed himself.
I'm confused. Isn't he who he is? What's there to reveal? I'm lost.
Yeah, you're lost. Take off the headdress thing there.
I think it's got to be hot.
Oh,
Nashville Flippers is here, fellers.
Some more Nashville.
And that dude, Alex, that's right there where you're at, my friend. The Nashville Flippers and the Beard King Picker. And
I haven't ran into them yet.
And I am about 3 hours east of you guys up here in East Tennessee. That's right. He's an octopus. It's a great gimmick, though, guys. You know what I mean? That's a great gimmick he's got going on with that.
Yep.
All right. Well, hey, I got to tell you about my find of the week, and then we can get into chat and start hobnobbing with these guys here. I'll go first because I picked these up yesterday.
Hobnobbing.
Yeah, let's hobnob away.
That's a new one for me.
That's redneck.
Sounds like something Roman and I do.
Yeah. I went to one of my honey hole thrift stores, which, by the way, I'm sure all of y'all experienced this too. Everybody's going up on their prices in these thrift stores. It's ridiculous. It is. I'm just flabbergasted. I walked out of 3 of them yesterday empty-handed because I wasn't willing to pay what they were asking on stuff. Really didn't want to pay for these, and I left them, but I thought about it, and I went back and got them. These are Nike Zooms, and they're cleats.
They look super clean.
Well, I cleaned them. They weren't clean. They had mud and dirt all over them, and I cleaned them.
Oh, I would have listed them like that.
These,
as is.
They were $15, and I picked them up the first time, and I thought, I can't pay $15 for these. Then I comped them out, and I still left them. Then I went across town. Then I came back across town, and I decided I'm going to go get them, so I got them. Paid $15 for these. Comps on them are anywhere from 75 up to 130.
Nice.
Very
nice. That's my find.
That's nice, man. This is my find of the week. I got this at a Goodwill. It's an Olympus digital camera, and I only got it for $5.
What the?
But here's the kicker, though. I got it for $5, but this will be my tip of the week too. Look at everything in the box before you actually buy it, because
is it bent?
Kind of European two-prong. Oh. I mean, I'm sure I can still find the right
somebody
the right. Yeah, somebody will buy it. I mean, these things will still go for about $80 to $90, so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, even if I have to sell it as parts only, but it shouldn't be too much for me to find the right charging cable. So, but yeah. $5 to 90.
These are baseball cleats. Yeah, I just thought they were kind of neat. That's the retro Air Jordan colors, you know.
Yeah, they look nice.
Yep.
I'm like you, Ben. I clean the shoes when I buy them, but that's also why one of the reasons I'm almost sure I'm not buying shoes anymore. I'm tired of cleaning them. They just take up too much space.
Well, they
That's just
did for me too until I go ahead and pack them in shipping boxes, and that's how I store them on my shelves. Is they're already packed in those. I use the priority shoe box, the 8x6.
Yeah, I do too.
I just go ahead and pack them in there, leave the one end open so I can see them, and then I just block stack them up.
That's not a bad idea.
I watch people that sell shoes, and a lot of them don't even clean them. But then again, they're only sourcing ones that they really don't have to clean too much, but they will if they need to. But I know some that don't.
Yeah, like I'll pick up shoes that I know are going to be worth it, but you know, if they're under $50, you know, a $40 pair of shoes, I'm not worried about buying. You know, even at our Goodwills, they're only $6.50, but I'm still not going to do it. I get aggravated cleaning them.
Yeah, I just listed a ton of shoes. I got like 3 boxes full of them now. All Nikes that I paid $1 to $3 for. I already sold one pair for $40 the other day.
Nice. That's killer.
But I only wiped them down with baby wipes.
Well, that's
I use baby wipes on everything.
You know, there's certain things, guys, that you can niche down to that don't require cleaning, but you know, there's still money to be made in shoes and in hats. I mean, crap, I've got a ton of hats and I clean my hats. It's a little aggravating. Yep. Is it time consuming? Yeah. I guess, Shane, you don't like to because your time is so limited, and I get that. But when you're full time, you got a little bit more time on your hands to where you can, you know.
Yeah, I may would look at things differently if I were full time, you know. But you're absolutely right. That's part of why I don't like doing it. It takes a lot of time.
I mean,
if I pick up 10 pairs of shoes, you know, how much time am I going to lose doing that?
If I bought a pair of shoes for $5, dude, and they sold for $30 to $40 a piece, I'm going to do that all day long. I mean, 5 or 10 minutes cleaning them up. Shoot, yeah, I'll do that. You know, but everybody's different, you know.
So, Roman, yes, when I go out thrifting, I always wear the crown. When I leave my house, I'm always wearing the crown. So I do go.
I would never take it off.
The crown, because I am the beard king.
Never take it off.
He can never,
except for when you weren't the beard king, you were just the chin king picker.
And chin king picker, yeah.
Octo says you can never find 4 pairs of identical shoes.
That probably is tough.
Yeah.
You know, I grow my beard out and then I shave it, and then my daughter gets mad, so I start growing it the next day. So I just don't shave it anymore.
Alex, did you have a find of the week you want to share?
On hand, no, but I can tell you that I found, which luckily I found them after moving, because you lose a lot of things when you move. And I recently moved, but I have 2 Grateful Dead shirts, one from 1993 and one from 1990. That would be my find of the week, is the tie-dye Ship of Fools Grateful Dead shirt.
Nice.
So
how much are you into that for?
Oh, I don't pay any more than $1 on anything.
Gotcha.
So $1 at a yard sale. The bad thing, when I showed up at this yard sale, the guy said he just sold like 10 more before I got there, and they were the last 2. So I picked up those 2.
Nice. Shane, what did you cover? What you found? What your find was?
No, but mine, and Archie's going to give me crap, but Flippy McFlipperson. Flippy McFlipperson reached out to me because you guys know he's one of the local resellers where I live, and he is revamping his whole eBay store. And with doing that, he is downsizing from his storage unit. I think he's moving everything into his house. So he called me up one day and he's like, "Hey, dude, I got a ton of inventory. It's yours if you want it. If not, it's going to Goodwill." So obviously I went to see what he had and filled my entire vehicle up with stuff. And It was all free. I have not a dime into it. All he asked me to do was take him to lunch. So I'm going to take him to lunch soon. He's healing from knee surgery right now, so we're going to wait a couple more weeks. But I've already sold one vintage. Yes, at least that. I've already sold one thing from that lot that I haven't got it all listed yet, but I got most of it listed, and I sold a vintage North Face winter like parka. It's missing the hood, but I still got $55 for it. So that was cool. That sold yesterday.
It's so great to see Flippy McFlipperson in the chat too, just supporting you. Thanks, Flippy.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's probably mad because I didn't come to his Whatnot show last night. But you guys know I go to bed at like 9:30, and he did his Whatnot show right as I was going to bed.
Yeah, no, he's a good dude because every time I usually post a story, he's one of the first ones to see it. So he's good.
Yeah,
in my
he
book.
really is a good. He really is a good dude.
All right, so let's talk about the sale of the week. Anybody got a good sale since the last time we were here in the locker room?
So I sold the one from 1990 Grateful Dead shirt that I had $1 into. I sold it for. I took an offer on $190 on it.
Dang, dude. For real?
Nice job, buddy.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
That's awesome.
I don't think
drink
any of us are going to beat that margin.
Hey, I'll drink to that if I had any left.
I'll beat it. You guys know I already told you earlier this week.
Yeah.
And anybody who watches my channel knows back in the summertime I bought a $35 I paid for an electronic drum kit, and it was worth about $350. And I'd listed it locally on Facebook Marketplace. Some guy reached out and said, "Hey man, would you be willing to trade?" So I said, "What do you got?" And he sends me a picture. I don't know if he was in the middle of building his house and ran out of money or what, but the dude had a brand new mini split AC unit, brand new faucets, brand new smart thermostats. Like, this dude had tons of stuff. $2,500 worth of inventory, trade for a $35 drum set. And I sold the Moen voice activated smart kitchen faucet for $337 plus shipping. So he was in for almost $400, and I had already gotten my 35 back from the first thing I sold from that lot. So
Yeah.
all profit.
I watched your video on that.
So you just tell it to turn on and off and hot and cold?
Yeah, I guess you're just like, "Hey, Alexa, wash my dishes."
Now everybody's
I don't know how it
Alexa's
works.
going off.
What would you do?
Yeah, sorry, guys. Sorry.
What would you do with a voice activated?
Alexa, subscribe to Beer King Picker.
It's a
We'll do
sink,
that.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a faucet.
It's a faucet. Yep. I don't know who needs that or why they need that, but somebody paid almost $400 for it to be shipped to their house in Arizona.
I don't know why I need a gold toilet, but I have one.
Well, that's
Well, because
awesome.
you're the
I'd like
king.
to have one of those.
Well, yeah, the king deserves a gold toilet.
That's right.
But
like
But yeah,
that.
so that's my sell of the week. 100% profit.
All right. What you got, bud?
I sold a 1998 NFR 40th anniversary jacket for $240.
Good God.
Wow.
Nice, bro.
Well, here's the thing. I have, I think, like 4 more of them. And if they're going to sell, they're going to sell now, because NFR is here in Vegas, and it'll be here in the next 2 weeks. So right now I can literally hear some F1 cars. I heard them earlier. They were either practicing or whatever, but I don't know if you guys know, but the big F1 is here in town right now.
Formula
Yeah, Granny's
1?
asking what is NFR, so you might want to explain it.
National Finals Rodeo. Yeehaw.
You're kidding. They have rodeos in Vegas?
Oh, the finals. Yeah, it's huge.
Really?
It's the only thing that brings business here in the wintertime.
Are you talking about like bull riding or what?
Yeah, it's bull riding, it's barrel racing,
Some bull riding.
Everything that happens at a rodeo. I mean, you guys should know about that. You're in the Hicks. So
we should go bull
you guys
riding.
You don't know what rodeos are?
I do. I love rodeo. I love PBR. I watch PBR anytime I can.
Yeah. We have the PBR here, but
look at this.
But the finals, which ends their season.
Curls for the girls.
You see my curls for the girls? Yeah, I look like Goldilocks. See all that's curling up on my shoulder? It looks. I ain't going.
You forgot to straighten it before the show.
People were saying you wanted to rub my head.
Oh, yeah, what happened?
Yeah, hold on a minute. Speaking while I'm putting my hair in pigtails, or whatever you want to call them, like Cindy from the Brady Bunch. My sale, gentlemen, was a Michael Jordan Air Flight bag that I had it was a long tail item, which I never thought it did. It got hundreds of watches for a long time, most of the year. Anyway, I took an offer for a little over $100, and that would be my sale of the week.
Freaking
Check it out,
Pippi
dude.
Longstocking.
Check it. Look at this,
Pippi
dude. I'm gonna get my
Longstocking.
hair corn rolled.
On the road again. I just can't wait to get on.
You can't wait to
You're
get on the road again.
always on my mind.
Smoking a little weed with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. Hey, I was a DJ for a reason. I can't sing. I just played the music.
Hey, there's 4 of us. We could be the highwaymen. Just
I
saying.
was a highwayman. Shane, are you sure you want to be part of this shenanigans?
I was William Lee
Absolutely.
Golden for Halloween. I could put all that on. We could, if Archie would grow his beard out, we could be 4 members of ZZ Top.
All right,
No,
guys.
see, I would be Johnny Cash because I'm short hair.
No, dude, you'd have to be Elvis. I mean, seriously.
Well, he's not part of the highwaymen.
Well, we can make him a part of the highwayman.
Make exceptions for you.
Yeah.
All right, pathetic sell
Well,
of the week. Let's hear
We could
that.
be the $1 million quartet.
I'm bringing in a new segment here. I had a
Yeah.
book I listed for $6. Apparently, it had free shipping on it, and then I did a sale in my store for 10% off. Someone bought the book. It cost me $4.75 to ship the book. That's my pathetic sell of the week. I lost money on that.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's awesome.
I thought mine was bad. I got a free pair of gloves I sold for $2.75.
Oh, that wins right there.
Wait, free shipping?
No, they weren't free shipping, thankfully. But
You got to step up your crappy eBay game and do free shipping on these $2 products.
See, back
Hold
they
on,
were
hold
under
on.
8 ounce. They were
full-time,
under 8 ounces.
part-time.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Alex, what was your sale price?
$6 free shipping. Cost me like $4, whatever media it was, $4 something to ship it. But with the poly bag and wrapping it up, I lost money.
Hold
That's
on.
a full-time. That's a
5%.
full-time reseller for you.
5% promoted listings. 5% promoted listings on top of my 10% off of my sale.
Holy shnikes. Okay. Okay. Alex, I'm writing this down. So I've got Alex and then Shane, what was yours?
$2.75.
$2.75 plus shipping.
But did you make money
Yeah.
off your shipping? Did you make any
Did you
money off
promote
shipping?
that item?
It probably was promoted at 2%.
2%. 2%
I have
promotion.
No cost of goods in those.
All right, Archie, you got a low baller, dude? Come on.
I don't. I can honestly say I don't.
Really? Oh,
What's
dude.
your worst?
Well, no. I
worst?
take it back. Oh, you're talking about just a low baller. I had somebody that sent me a $15 offer on a $60 vintage Mike Tyson versus Holyfield hat that was actually bought at the fight. Almost
Yeah,
brand
but
new.
it's got to be a sale. Did you have a sale?
No, yeah. No, I pay
All right,
attention.
here, I'm going to show mine if you can see this. I can go ahead and tell you now, Shane, you're the winner of the pathetic sale of the week.
Dang it, he won both sales.
Mine was a small, what they call a mini pennant, the Oakland Raiders, and it sold for $4.99 plus shipping.
Man, that's $4
And it was
too much,
promoted.
in my
It
opinion.
was promoted at 5%. So Shane is the ring ding leader right here. He's the winner. Tell him
Hey,
what
guys.
he's won, Johnny.
The
We're just
winning
doing this
loser.
for you guys so you guys learn a lesson on what not to do in reselling. So
Yes.
take notes. Take notes.
You know what? That's a good point, though, Alex. You're seeing a lot of content being made. I hear a lot of people talking about, should we abandon low dollar sales and only stick with $15 and up? Here's the challenge in that, guys. Not everybody has access to high dollar items. And for some people, $15 is a high dollar item for some resellers, I'm sure. But not everybody has access to high demand items. So how do y'all feel about in your own business abandoning? Have you set a dollar limit that you're either going to get rid of going into next year? Are you going to continue to sell items for $10 or less? Or are you going to set the bar higher and don't sell anything under 15? What is each of you going to do?
So here's the thing. I already have a hard time wanting to list the last thing I want to list is something that's only going to net me $10, maybe less after it sells. And if
Look
it
at this.
sits on the shelf,
Matt,
Matt,
8% promoted.
yeah, baby, you get it, son.
yeah, but you could still
Hey,
make a profit on that because standard
You get that-
shipping
Yeah,
in an
that little
envelope
card.
shouldn't have been that much.
And shout out Matt. He was my first ever viewer sale this week. So thank you, Matt.
Well,
Yeah,
Grumpy said,
he
When
lost
it
money
comes
on that too.
Like, say I got this for a quarter at a yard sale and I only get, $10 for it, I'm going to sell it. But when it comes to like sourcing books, I only buy things that are $15 that are going to sell for $15 or more, which I'll probably raise to $20 when it comes to old books, vintage books.
sorry,
What-
Archie, I don't mean to cover
what'd
your
that say?
face. I don't mean to cover your face, Archie. It's just where this thing's popping up. Yeah, Jimmy, appreciate it, man. Not everybody has access to this sweet bandana, which, by the way, a little merch plug right now. I'm getting some bandanas printed up with RTP printed across the forehead. You can get them for the low dollar price in my store for $6.99 plus shipping.
I want somebody write a long enough one that will cover go all the way up to Ben. Can somebody write
Okay,
something long enough?
How about this? No, that ain't gonna cover your whole face.
Yeah. At least it's covering.
It's bleeding
it
over on
covered
the
Shane.
chain.
Oh, wait, this way. Somebody in the chat did say it looked like Archie wanted to rub my head. So there you go, buddy. Oh, Lord.
I'm going to put
Well,
some hair on your head.
PG.
My beard is dangling down on your head.
It tickles.
The question of listing stuff below $10 is all from a person's personal perspective. To me, guys, if you had 20 items at $8.99 and in the course of a day or two, you sold those 20 a day, all those little amounts, they add up. Now, here's another thing. Not everybody's going to agree with this. Not everybody's going to agree with it. But to me, profit is profit, whether it's a 50-cent profit or $1 or,
If somebody came to me and never resold anything in their life and they asked me pointers, or they asked me hey, if I buy something for 20, would you recommend that? I would say no. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. Well, you got to look at the economy too, guys. I don't know about everybody in chat, but my fourth quarter is not performing at near the level that my summertime did. This summer slowdown thing, I never bought into it and I never experienced it.
I never experienced summer slowdown. Now, this is my first year reselling, so I don't know what any of it is supposed to be like. But from what I've heard, summer slowdown was rough. It wasn't rough for me. I had a pretty good summer. But this fourth quarter that I keep hearing is supposed to be so amazing hasn't been till this week. I had that one sales day where I hit $600 in sales in one day. Best day I've had in a long time. But every other day has been very poor, and my weeks have not been that great. So that's been my experience.
It is amazing, just not on the eBay platform. Other platforms, Amazon pops off during fourth quarter.
I caught a little crap. I caught a little crap for mentioning that I don't cross list anymore.
Well, why would anybody want to do that anyway?
Code Beard King Picker.
I'll go on record. I don't give a crap. I wouldn't waste my time if you want to know the truth. After all the videos, I've had a sale on Macari after a month. And I'm like, dude, that's not worth the fee you're paying to keep the program.
And some people are doing well over there, but I was not. I gave it 3 months. I gave it 90 days. I listed every day just like I do on eBay, and I was not making enough to cover the cost of list perfectly, so I dropped both of them.
It depends what you're listing over there. Macari is
guess what?
It's working for some people. It's not working for others. I gave it a good, fair shot. I feel I did.
Last year on Macari, I sold more Funko Pops. Hey, I'm trying to talk here. Let me talk to you.
Raise your hand.
Raise your hand. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm done. I don't want to say anything anyways.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Here's the thing. I believe I can't speak for everybody, but it's hard enough to get consistency out of eBay these days. And I'm not complaining about it because it is what it is with what the changes they're making. This is just going to be our new reality as long as we stick on this platform. But I think if you do not have lower priced items and make them available to the general public, I think you're doing yourself a disservice because not everybody's got big budgets to where they can go on here, buy something for 20 and pay 15 or $15 with shipping on top of that. With the way the economy is and people's budgets are tight, to me, I think it's good to have a nice variety of price ranges so you can capture all the different budget groups that are existing out here. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and right like for me being part-time and I don't know how it is for other part-timers, I'm fortunate enough to live in an area where there are other YouTube resellers that I can learn from, but I'm unfortunate that I'm left with what they didn't want at the end of the day. So sometimes all I get are those $10, $12 items, but if I get them cheap enough, I'm fine with that. Yeah. And I'm fine with that as long as I'm part-time. I feel like if I did eventually go full-time, that I would want to try to source better items for, better profit margins and all. But for now, I'm okay with what I'm doing.
With your job, do you have weekends off? Because that
yes.
plays a big part in being part-time. If you can at least go yard selling during summer, instead of having a job where you're working on the weekends, then it's going to be really, really tough to go sourcing.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know how to explain this, but I'm allowed to take up to 120 days off a year. I don't know how that works. I'm not the guy that's looking for that, but it's there. So I guess if, you had an emergency or something, but I just
anytime
don't.
I talk to you, you're golfing. You just golf. So why don't you go sourcing instead of golf?
That's right.
Full time.
I do play a lot of golf.
Yeah, but, dude. Shoot, you ain't fooling anybody. You get off at 12 o'clock every day and you hit the golf course till 5.
No, when I get off work, I have one Goodwill that's on the way to the golf course at my house, and I'll swing by that one, and then sometimes the other ones are within just a few minutes, and then of course there's more further out. But I have 3 Goodwills and 2 mom and pop thrift stores within maybe 15 minutes of my office, so I can generally hit all of those pretty quick on the way to the golf course.
All right. Does anybody know the answer to this question?
Well, it's something racing.
AAA. Is that triple the insurance?
No, isn't that
Internet National NHRA? Isn't that National Hot Rod Association?
Yeah, but
I was going to say I think that's drag racing.
Team.
Yeah, here's
AAA looks like a baseball team.
We sell what we find, at least until we find something better.
See, for me, one of my 2024 plans is I really want to start selling on Whatnot. And will I start probably sourcing things that are in that $10, $15 range? Absolutely.
I think you need to do a Whatnot when your mama comes to the house and let her help you.
I am. I'm going to. She'll be here next week.
You're going to get a biscuit butt Whatnot show coming to you within the next, week or so, week or two?
No, 2 weeks, and it's going to be Disney pens.
Disney pens.
I've got a grip of them.
Did you ever look any of them up?
No.
I tried telling you.
I'll be there. I'll be there, and I'll buy all the pens from you.
You guys can look
starting at a quarter, right?
No. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to do $2 starts and winner's choice. So I'll have A, B, or C, and you get a pick.
Yeah.
You're going to sell a lot of pens for $2, brother. I'm warning you now.
Well, I'm hoping that people will be bidding against each other. I mean, that's the point of it.
Well, yeah, that's what we all hope, but
my plan after Q4, whatever does not sell after December is going on Whatnot. My whole store.
Guys, let's be honest. It'll just be you three bidding. It'll just be you 3 bidding against each other.
So you're going to liquidate your whole inventory off at the first of the year on Whatnot, Alex?
Yeah. I have stuff that's been sitting for a while, so I do have six shows already planned. Like they're all separated. So 5 are all plushy shows that me and my daughter, once we figure out our schedule, and then one's a Hot Wheels show that I'll be doing.
Yeah. guys in chat, go over to Whatnot. Make sure you look up Beard King Picker, his sales, bookmark those shows, as well as Archie whenever he gets around to it. Archie's got the new name whenever I get around to it. That's his new nickname.
His Whatnot show will drop the same day as his next YouTube video. So be very, very patient. It's coming
3 or
soon.
4 months.
We all hope.
That's true.
Yeah, I need
Well,
to
I think,
schedule
you know,
another show.
Listen, I don't think that's all bad, guys, on your individual channels. If you just kind of take a break for a couple months, it builds anticipation for your next video. What do you think? I may do it.
I know everybody's waiting on Archie.
Consistency ain't showed me jack crap on my channel. I'm just being honest.
2024. I'm turning over a new leaf. 2024.
All right,
Why are you
timestamp
waiting?
that. That was said at 55 minutes and 53 seconds.
It's like a New Year's resolution.
You told me
just
your New Year's resolution was to stop saying "you go girl" to yourself.
I'm gonna stop putting things off in 2024.
There you go. I like it.
You go, girl. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to the gym.
Matt said 2025 is your year.
Hey, dude, you better, the good business to be in January is the gym business because memberships skyrocket and then they all drop off after January.
So I'm quitting reselling in January. I'm going back into some personal training that I used to do years and years ago, just for a month until they all leave.
Yeah, we saw the pictures. Holy smokes, man!
I know, right?
You had like a six-pack going.
Yeah, he was
Dude was
stacked and
jacked.
racked. Stacked and racked, buddy. Matter of fact, I think I captured that picture. Let me put it up here and we'll just share that. No, I'm just
Put it
kidding.
next to the Chin King Picker.
Hot dogs.
Let me tell you,
Glizzy,
Alex over here,
get your glizzies.
Alex has got more credentials in his background than anybody that I even know. I swear. He's
I feel
done
like
it all.
I need a pin.
I mean, he's had his own band. He's had his own T-shirt. I mean, what all have you done, Alex? I mean, we've never really talked about it on here, have we?
Well, I did bands from 1996 and was signed to a record label in 99, which we played with like Blink-182, Offspring, all sorts of big bands, and toured for many years doing drums full time, and then moved to death metal vocals. Then I started a record label, which I was putting out a lot of local bands in my area. I promoted concerts, so all in my area. I did all the metal and punk shows in my area for many years. What else? I owned a bodybuilding company, so a clothing line for 6 years where we had professional athletes that I sponsored. So I was heavily involved in the fitness industry and tattoo industry for about 6 years.
Yeah, I want one of them
And
shirts,
we
man.
owned 2 preschools. So
Good Lord, he's a chameleon, dude.
what else?
And in the end, he's a reseller just like all you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've always been an entrepreneur, so always doing things on the side. But yeah, bodybuilding was a big thing, competing in that for 6 years too with my clothing line.
Roman says, Ben, I like when you do interviews, you're professional because you hold a marker in your hand.
Yeah,
Thank
I picked
you,
one
Roman.
up because I want to be
appreciate
like you, Ben. Mine's green, but
Hey, Matt, Pursuit to Profit. I want to talk about this character. Do you guys watch his videos? Dude.
Shipping. That's Ben's favorite part of his videos.
Oh
give
my
him a
gosh, yeah, dude. I'm just like, I've watched so many of them. I know exactly what's coming and when it's coming. And I hee-haw every time he does it because it's just funny. It's a good stick. It's good that he does that. But he had something that he said earlier, guys, and I didn't post it up on the screen, is that when you leave being full-time working for somebody, you leave the matrix. No, dude. When you become self-employed and you get involved with other resellers like these guys,
You are the Matrix.
you are the matrix, man, because it's funky as crap going. The stuff that goes on in our community, especially on other channels, is ridiculous. I mean, it gets crazy, right? I mean, Shane, you put out a video calling a bunch of them out.
yeah, I mean that's kind of my thing. Piss people off constantly.
It's the Soda City Slaughterhouse. That's what it needs to be called. But
You guys
yeah,
ever wanna- if you have a small channel and you want to feel better about yourself, go watch my video where I'm talking trash about the bigger guys.
Dude, it's a living soap. Hey, it's a living soap opera. It really is. I think, don't you?
Yeah, it is.
What
Lots
do
of
you got? Oh my gosh, where did that come from?
Monday,
That's
the video's
product
coming.
of you and Archie's baby.
Put that picture up closer to that camera. Let me see that thing. What the crap is that?
Hold on.
Sal is in the house. Welcome in, Sal.
What's up, Sal?
What's up,
Anyway,
Sal?
here's the picture again, guys.
Chris flipping for laughs.
Oh my gosh, dude. Look at that. I gotta change marker colors because Roman said it don't look good with red, so I'm gonna go to black.
Anyways, Biscuit Top coming Monday to my YouTube. It's Biscuit Top.
It looks like James Hatfield.
Here you go. Here's what Grumpy Granny said. Yes, all the boys and girls should pull up their big boy pants and big girl panties and suck up all their crap.
She said something similar in her live video this morning.
True that, man.
That was like at
I mean,
5
really.
in the morning my time. I think I woke up. It's the first thing I saw on YouTube.
2:30 my time in the morning.
2:30. I
Yeah.
said hi, and then I had to get up, but I think it was
Let
like
me
Yeah,
tell
so
you-
Matt says, I just mean that all I've known is clocking in and working for someone else. It would feel weird to make my own schedule. And I agree. Like, just the thought of that to me is so foreign because
Dude,
I've been since I was, 15, I've had a job working for someone else.
And Matt's got 7 kids.
what?
I know.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how you survive a day, brother. I feel for you. I admire you for what you take on, because that's a lot.
If you guys go far back enough on Matt's channel, you can find videos of him and his family eating chocolate, spicy hot chocolate stuff. It's kind of funny.
Tape his cheeks together, the Breakfast Club locker room reference. Yeah, the hazing of Shane. We ain't done anything to haze
We're
you yet.
Going back to
Stuff
the
him in a
topic,
locker.
though, I think the toughest part about being full time is you have to be self motivated. So
Yeah, for sure.
because it's easy to get lazy when you don't have to clock in,
But that's when you go watch Ben's video about
I have it saved.
motivation.
Yeah.
Dude, nobody wants to be motivated because my last video is the worst performing one that I've put out yet. How to get a motivational coach or an accountability coach.
I don't think it's
That's
the video, though. I think it's the thumbnail. It's very hard to read and see what's going on in that thumbnail because there's so much going on in it. I think
Really?
that was the problem with that video because the content is good. I think it's the thumbnail.
Yeah, and
where
just
people
look
were a
at
little confused.
Archie. Where you at? Archie's motivational video freaking blew up.
All I did was this.
Do what
It was like
Shane
nine
Shane
months
does,
ago.
and then every video it's just the same thumbnail of him going like this, and then you'll get views.
Yeah.
Don't drop the soap, Shane. Flipping for laughs is in here. I didn't see you. Man, he makes the greatest comments to my videos, dude. It's so much
That's
fun.
Chris.
Yeah,
We're gonna
Chris.
make it.
He's my manager.
He's got a little reseller comedy channel.
His initiation is he's gotta wash our jock straps.
Oh,
Dude, we don't wear pants, much less jock straps when we cast. Are you kidding me? We just sit in here balls to the chair.
free casting.
Cause I'm free.
I'm free.
ballin'.
Ballin'. Yep. Dang-a-lang-a-lang.
Oh, we just lost 10 subscribers.
Whoops, there they
Yeah.
go. Anyway, yeah. Roman says that I could. Well, let me just put it up here.
Corey, you better put that on a OnlyFans.
We're a
She's gonna
different
be
color
cracking the whip
headband.
on
It'd bring more views.
Yeah, you got to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think you should do the pigtails.
Well, actually,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
was adorable.
the
Super shirt.
next one I'm doing, guys. I had one of the viewers left a comment on my channel that they want to learn more how to create a draft bank, the process I go through. So actually, the next one I'm going to be doing is videoing my screen where I go in and list an item and throw it in my drafts and how I build that up and how I work that whole process. which, we've talked about. Me and Archie have gone around the world 6 times on this subject. But to his point, building a draft bank is advantageous, I think, the most for somebody part-time who has limited time to list.
And I've still not done it.
Yeah, dude, you should try that definitely, Shane. And try it as
it's on my to-do list.
Try it as an experiment, and then you can give us updates of how that process has improved or not. It made any difference. I mean, I guarantee it'll make a difference.
Yeah, but you got to have the time to build up the death pile to make the draft bank.
Well, you would have to get up. Well, you get up at 5 a.m. anyway, right, Shane? On Saturday morning, Just start listing. Drop you about 40 items in a draft, and then start dropping 5 a day from your drafts. See how that goes.
Build your death pile, then build your digital death pile.
So, all right. So Jimmy put a comment I want to touch on. He says, Jimmy says, just when you think you accomplished something on YouTube, you find out that you have so much more work to do. That's when you start to respect what the big channels accomplished. And I just want to mention, I do respect the big channels and what they've built. I'm happy for them, and I'm amazed. If you watch my video, you'll see there's a whole like underlying message to my video. It's about supporting each other. All the smaller channels helping build each other up and stuff. So that's what my video was about. I was talking a little bit of trash about the bigger channels, but I respect every single one of them. I love what they built, and I hope to one day build the same. I just heard some pretty bad comments in some live videos that I didn't appreciate, and it kind of made me want to make the video I made. So that's what that was about.
Look what Chris said.
Matt Foley, down by the river.
I live in a van down by the river. Yes, Grump and Granny, she says, I put my draft bank in scheduled listings. Yes, that's exactly what I do. I pre-schedule them. I sit down and schedule them out for the entire week to drop. And that way you can truly set it and forget it. And you've always got activity going on your account when you do it that way. And then we got Matt.
It's smart. It really is smart.
Yeah, Matt tries to get
Grumpy Granny sell books. Doesn't she sell books?
I don't know.
Yeah, she sells books.
Okay.
She does.
I'm going to do a video for her, but I'm going to dress up as her and sell some books.
There you
have to rap.
I need to get. Oh, no, I don't know about that.
Matt tries
to rap. She raps now.
I want to see your hair. I want to see your hair up in curlers.
Yeah. I gotta go to the bands and find an outfit.
He gets his bank built up on the weekends. Let's see. Archie only accomplished running numbers on his videos that are not his. Dude, you and Roman, man. Jeez.
I get more subs in a week than Roman does putting out videos.
Yeah, Matt, try the hourly drop next week. That's what I do. It works well for me.
Does it, Ben? Didn't you say you had no sales though?
Well, it's eBay. What else can you say, dude? It's just
will pink curlers be the locker room jelly hands?
Yeah, jelly hands.
What's jelly hands? What is that? I have no idea.
Well, that's when you rub. That's when Carrie rubbed honey and peanut butter all over his face.
Are you talking about that other podcast?
Yeah, we're not talking
about other podcasts.
We're not talking about
other podcasts.
Next subject.
Yes, next subject. Okay, here you go, Alex. GG sells books, jeans, denim skirts, jackets, vintage leather, belts, caps, etc. Nice.
And she's now dropping bars.
Yeah.
Hey,
if you hadn't heard,
I need to step it up over here.
Yeah, if you guys hadn't heard Grumpy Granny dropping bars in her live shows, you're missing out.
Yeah,
she's got the rhymes.
Hey, I want to jump in here and tell you this real quick, ladies and gentlemen that is watching, maybe listening to the pod. We want to invite you, if you've not subbed to our channel here in the locker room, we have a sub contest giveaway ongoing. For every 100 subs we reach, we will draw a name out of that person who subbed, and they will win a $25 eBay gift card plus another box of goodies that will be put together, something from a little of each of us here in the locker room, and will be shipped right to you. So if you've not hit that sub button right here on this channel, please give that video, this one, a thumbs up, hit the sub. We'd appreciate it. Also, our social media pages. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and so is these guys. And you want to go hit our individual channels here on YouTube. If you've not checked us out individually, we invite you to do so now. Well, not right now, but when this show is over, go over to our individual channels and hit that sub button, because we're poor resellers trying to make it in this wide world of media, and we need some help. Right, guys?
And I'm at 666 subs, so I need
someone unsubscribe
right
away, right now. Go unsubscribe.
Yeah,
I need to get over.
He's a devil.
I've got the number of the beast.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my cross out. Get it away. He's the devil.
I'm nothing.
Yeah. So be sure that you go do that. We'd appreciate your all support. And like Shane has said before, you know, us small timers, we need to surround ourselves with community and like-minded people. We're all doing the same here. We're all doing the same thing here. We're all trying to make a living in this reselling business and just putting out our lives publicly on YouTube. And it's very important to all of us, I think, in this room and across this reselling community that we really support one another with views, with thumbs up, with subs. And I'm sure that once you do that, these guys and myself will return the favors back to those who sub to us. That's a fair deal. Everybody, it's a win-win.
True that.
Absolutely. And guys, Rachel Strickland is in the house. Hey, Rachel.
Hey,
Rachel. Hello, Rachel. How are you? Good to have you.
It got quiet like we're waiting for her to say hi.
Hi, how are you doing? Listen, dude, when I used to binge watch her channels, and one of her favorite episodes that I really enjoyed is when she done, now, Archie, I don't think you would ever do this. I don't think even I would. She done a
Bathe
20
properly.
She done a 20
offended?
Bathe properly.
Come on, man. She done a 24-hour listing challenge, and she videoed.
I have a loofah.
Yeah.
24 hours
I
straight.
do. I use a loofah.
Yeah, it was either 24 or 12. Rachel, if you could tell us in chat how many hours how it's been.
That's a lot either way.
You loofah your biscuits?
Now she did a lot of cuts. She did a lot of cuts, but I remember she stayed in her listing room at the computer. Her husband, she would go out to use the bathroom. The kids would bring her something to eat, but she stayed listing and she would update us through the video. 24 hours she did out there in chat. Dude, that is commitment. Wow. Let me tell you what, that, ladies and gentlemen, where I speak on my channel about obsession beats talent, that right there is being obsessed with success. When you will sit down in front of this and list for 24 hours, that's doing something. And that's all I got to say.
Now we know why Ben does his drafts one day a week and sets them for the rest so that he can watch Rachel 24 hours straight.
Hey, she was one of the first YouTubers I started watching, you know? I mean,
and y'all, I learn every time I watch one of her videos, I learn about something I ever planned to learn about. I learned all about freaking purses last week, I think it was. I'm not selling purses, but I learned how to because she's good.
Sure,
she's an awesome teacher.
Sure.
Listen, how many channels have you watched? And they might be lesser subs than you on your channel, but you picked up a nugget that's changed your business. Dude, I pick them up off of tons of channels. I can't even mention that there's so many. But, you know, I think it's
the Bear King Pickle.
Just yesterday, I learned about the freaking sell-through rate. Now I'm going places.
You know what? Speaking of podcasts, I actually picked up a new podcast that I've been watching. It's called In the Loop with this kid named Ethan. I guess he used to be the college picker, and then Dalton with Dealing with Dalton. Dude, those guys are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then also don't forget Jimmy's podcast though, because Jimmy Dan in Demand and Joe Philly Picker. What is it? It's the Pocket Change podcast or something, but
yeah,
we made her blush.
Pocket Change podcast.
So
yep, Gigi drops a gold nugget on her channel most days.
Yeah, she's got a lot of little golden nugget eBay.
She does
tips and tricks. Zig Ziglar.
Look Look at this crud, man. Are you serious? Let me tell you this.
Dude is full of jokes, man.
Hey, no, Chris, I got to speak to this point right here, okay? And I'm ashamed to admit this, but I've already told these fellas. They knew I've told my backstory. Dude, when I was 18, I got in the Amway business. And I listened to tapes and read books from Zig Ziglar and Tony Robbins. So it's just funny that you just drop those very names because I got schooled on that kind of stuff from those guys. That's awesome, man.
Do you go to the Tony Robbins like big events? It wastes like $2,000.
No, I never went to those, but they had rallies that I went to, and you're in there till 3 a.m. in these big arenas listening to a speaker talk. And
behind the scenes, he does cuss at us a lot.
Who, me?
Yeah, that's what Tony Robbins does. Is he just cusses at everybody.
It's abusive.
We won't even talk about what some of you all talk about before we go on. Should we do the segment that I wanted to do now?
Guess my fart.
Guess my fart. That's the funniest stuff. Dude, have you watched these videos on TikTok? Guess my fart. Dude, they're hilarious.
The funniest thing. I went down that rabbit hole. Oh my god! It was the
I guess I've never seen those.
Dealing with little children behind the scenes.
Dude, you could have watching Shane, dude. I'm telling you, go on to TikTok and type in "guess my fart" videos, dude. Seriously.
These are the two oldest guys here giggling about fart videos.
Hey, Ping G is in. Welcome, Ping G. Good to see you.
Hey, Ping.
Sorry you had to come in on the Guess My Fart segment.
Yeah, we were going to add that to the show, but we thought that might offend a lot of people, so we're going to omit that part.
What about our "you might be a reseller"?
Well, I was going to bring that up, but I don't have one. Do any of you guys, I'm a reseller? Have you got one?
Yeah. Your friends and family come to you asking if you'd sell their items for them for a commission.
Oh, man,
that's a good one.
Has anyone done that?
That hasn't happened to me yet.
Oh, they don't understand what goes into everything,
No, they don't.
That'll be another episode.
Yeah.
How about this one, guys? If your wife has ever screamed at you because she came home to used women's clothing on her bed.
Oh, you're selling used panties too?
You might be a reseller.
Oh, dude, I can see that being bad. If you got into panties and bras, reselling panties and bras, that'd be bad.
Or just a horrible husband, I guess.
Yeah. You might be a reseller if you're wasting your Friday night watching this.
That's a good point, man.
Alex wins.
Well, no, I got to come up with one. You're a reseller if all your TV time has been turned into watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, my wife does think I'm boring now that I do this.
Yeah. Seriously,
word has it that Roman's wife actually found a bunch of used women's clothes on her bed, and he said it was mine. So,
does that surprise any of you guys at all? I mean, really?
Nope. Not at all.
You dressing up them biscuits.
Here you go.
I like Lissa's comment.
Yeah, I'll put that up in a second.
You're a reseller if after going full-time, all your friends and family think you're unemployed. Yeah.
That's a good one, dude. How about this one?
If your man comes home at lunchtime covered in glitter, and the first thing you say is, "How many Christmas ornaments did you buy?"
That's a good one. You're a reseller if your wife distracted the owner of the yard sale while you comped out the panties. Oh my gosh. Okay. Dragon Masters finds that you like Ben's videos because you go through and while you leave stuff behind. Oh, that's cool. Let's see what else we got up here, guys.
Guys, check out Anthony Dragon Masters Finds channel.
Dragon Master.
Anthony joins me on my live show where he has the past two.
Who? The shower guy?
Yes.
Yeah,
he has
the
a
shower
unique
guy.
studio. Unique studio. He casts from his bathroom, and I just think that's awesome because he uses the toilet for an ashtray. That's very economical. You just flush it. There ain't no cleaning. You just flush it. Yeah, that's awesome.
So when I was a young kid, my mom used to smoke cigarettes and she'd hide in the bathroom like we didn't know and smoke cigarettes. Open the window. I guess use the ashtray.
Yeah,
In
now they got
Australia,
that poopery. You just spray some of that. You'd be good.
we only put our garbage in bins, so I won't be digging through them many times.
Oh my gosh.
Dragon Master, the acoustics are fantastic in the bathroom. Yeah, no doubt, dude. No doubt. That's awesome. All right, gentlemen, do we have a tip of the week? Anybody come up with a good, useful tip? I should say useful.
I don't have one. I do not.
I do. Make sure your internet is solid so it don't conk out on you.
Yeah, if you're gonna do live or pre-scheduled recordings,
Make sure no one unplugs your internet 2 minutes before you go live.
That's exactly right. What Alex said right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you need to upgrade your speed, then upgrade it. It's worth the money. Take care of it now before you have problems in the future. Let's get on to a viewer comment. And I believe, Shane, did you have a viewer comment you wanted to read from last week's show?
Yep. And this is coming from Mike Metco, 1966. He says, Heather, so great to see you on the podcast and spilling the beans on Kevin. All in good fun. Another great podcast, guys. Keep them coming. Mike from New York.
Very nice. We appreciate you, Mike. That's awesome.
Yep. So for those who hadn't seen that episode with Blue Ridge Mama, Heather, you guys need to go watch it. It was very, very good.
Episode number 9. Yep. Go
Kevin
check
still
that
hasn't
out.
talked to me yet.
Really?
No, we talked.
Yeah. Oh, well, Rachel's folks was born. Wait a minute. Born in 66, right?
Rachel's young then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because my mom was born in 58. I'm 44. I was born in 79.
I'm old enough to be her dad.
Shoot, I'm old enough to be every one of y'all's dads. Every one of you. I got 50 kids.
You're
why
only
you
a
yell-
year and a half.
You yell at us behind the scenes.
I got 33 kids. I'm older than everybody in here.
Father Ben.
See, you're only a year and a half older than me, but yet I look 30 years younger than you because I have a baby face.
Can you believe
Baby
he just said
biscuits.
that?
Baby biscuits.
Mic drop.
Oh, no. I look younger than you, Archie. Let's take a poll. Let's take a poll in the chat. Who looks younger, me or the biscuit down here? Let me know. I bet if I shaved all this off, dude.
Shave what?
This
I'm sure
moss.
there's tons of things.
What is that?
It's
Beach Buzz?
moss. It's moss.
Moss.
It's white moss.
White moss.
You know what? I have a cat that can lick that milk off your chin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at that comment there. Chris put out. Yeah, Gravity Goods is in the house. He said Biscuit Booty looks younger. Okay.
Oh. Biscuit Bottom got the first vote.
I mean, how can anybody tell? Because the comments keep going over my face.
Yeah. Look there, Matt, born 1988. Crap. I was in high school.
And that was a great year, too.
Yeah, it was.
I was in 8th grade.
1999 was a great year.
Yep, just ask
Roman.
Prince.
Roman says I
Roman
look
says-
younger, and that's your boy right there. And he says I look younger than you.
Yeah, but that's because he likes his men looking older. He likes sugar daddies.
Holy crap.
Lisa said she's not partaking.
Abstain. Yep, she should abstain. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm telling you. All right. So we got a viewer comment out of the way. What else we want to talk about that's been going on in the community, guys?
I don't know. Who's got something?
Everyone say.
Zinni?
I think my wife's in the chat. So say hi to my wife in the chat.
Hi, my
Shout
wife.
out to
Hello,
the
Mr.
wife.
Beard King Picker.
She won't say anything. She's just texting me instead of chatting with us.
Wait, so is the
Rich,
rest of the family? Are her parents watching us too?
No, I don't think so.
My wife actually said she was going to change her YouTube name to
Yeah.
Mrs. Soda City Flips.
Look at that. Corey says we both look old as dirt. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate it. Hey, and by the way, Corey has got a meetup rally going on in February, guys. So for those that of you are in chat that may not be aware, it's in Omaha in February. So if you want to learn more about that meetup that Corey is hosting, he's already got some good sponsors. It's American Bubble Boy, My Reseller Genie is all on board with Corey and his event going on up there. If you need more information, contact Grams and Pops Vintage. He can direct you. Corey, if you want to drop that link, the event link in the chat, feel free to do so. For those of you that are not aware, you can click that link, get all the information you need, and go to Omaha, Peyton Manning, Omaha, and freeze your natters off in February. But it'll be a good one. It's going to be a good event.
In the snow.
Go thrift some snowshoes.
Yeah.
I've got snowshoes I thrifted here in South Carolina. It doesn't freaking snow here. But I literally found snowshoes, and they're like $50 or $60 snowshoes. So I'm gonna resell them. I'm hoping they'll sell soon.
I just listed some Sorels. Those are
nice,
$50-$60.
Yeah,
some vintage ones.
What's Dragon Master's name?
Anthony.
That's a cuss word that you dropped into chat. We don't talk about that channel. Yes, Rachel, Peyton Manning was the premier Vol. Yes, he was. And I just got 2 sales, gentlemen. Woo, woo.
Once a Vol, always a Vol.
That's right, baby.
What'd you just sell?
I don't know. Any sale right now is good, right?
Something for 99 cents, free shipping.
Something for $5. It was a stuffed little ET plush for $5. Ooh, I'm killing it.
Ooh.
I did sell a painting for $135 today, but then 3 minutes later, buyer requested cancellation because they accidentally bought it.
How do you just? Yeah.
I had that, and they sent me an offer. I accidentally sent you an offer.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me last week. I was talking about it in my live on Monday that somebody went through the process of sending an offer. I accepted. Then, like a day later, they paid. And then hours later, they requested saying they bought it accidentally. I'm like, come on, man. All those steps were accidents.
Yeah, that ain't happening. What do you think the chances are they saw a similar ad on your listing and they got it cheaper?
100%.
Exactly.
So my response would be, I accidentally shipped it already. Too bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but see, and I've asked people about that. What would you do in this situation? And I was told, just refund them, cancel it, whatever. Because if you don't, the chances of you getting an INAD are extremely high. So I was like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So if somebody has to cancel, I just cancel it.
Now here's the thing, though. A year ago, they wouldn't give you your 30-cent feedback from the payment processor. So back then, no, there was no chance of me canceling it. But now they allow you. They give you that money back. So I would just do it.
Right.
Move on.
Look at that sale right there, fellas.
Nice sale, Rachel.
Sold it for $725. That's all.
Ben, did you say you sold an ET plushie?
Yes.
All right, I had to show you guys this vintage 1982 ET.
Have you got that listed?
Wow.
No, this is from my childhood. It's like
this is it.
Story.
This is what I sold for $5.
I've got a funny story involving.
What do you think this is worth?
I don't know.
1982. It's kind of flaking. I'm putting it back in the bag, but.
Well, there's this thing where you can go to eBay and you can actually type in what it is, and then you can go to a thing that says sold, and it'll tell you how much.
All right, text me. I'll forget that. So text me that.
Matt accidentally
And-
bought a shirt from Shane.
It was a cool shirt though.
I'm buying a
Um,
G hat from Shane next time I sell blood.
So I had in second grade, I had just gotten the ET VHS for my birthday,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I was watching it, and my sister kept taking it out of the VCR, and I broke her arm for it. That's my
Dang.
funny ET story.
You broke her
now
arm?
knows. Yeah, she learned not to touch the VCR when I'm watching movies.
Holy crap, that's assault,
Yeah.
brother.
Your ass would be in prison if that
You go
happened
to
today.
jail for that today. You know that?
I got this ET,
Yeah, I mean,
and
I
then I have a
wouldn't-
vintage
I wouldn't
puzzle
do it
too,
today.
and the sealed VHS still.
Yeah, she's never let me live that down.
I wouldn't either.
No
I was
doubt.
like 9. I was like 9 years old.
Oh, it's
Wow.
fine then. You're 9.
Yeah, I was 9. She
So-
was 8. We were 11 months apart.
So
Awesome.
tomorrow, guys, I think I may have told you all this before, but tomorrow, here where I live locally, there is a indoor storage facility that's having a locker auction tomorrow morning, and they're auctioning off 4 lockers. Now, I've gone to them before, not to this particular facility because it's kind of new, and I'm teetering back and forth whether I should go or not. What do you think?
What's it
Can
gonna?
you see?
what's
Can
it
you
gonna
see
hurt?
in the lock? Did you see what's in the lockers already? Or you gotta wait until you
No,
get there.
this is
There's
blind.
13,000 classical CDs.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
probably.
Alex. It's as soon as they open the door, that's when you get
Yeah.
a chance to look. So
I think you should go and record this, make some content, or put me on the phone, FaceTime, and I'll bid because I want to go. Yeah, yep, yep.
Yep.
Make some stupid
Yep.
noise.
yep.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know
people do
something?
like those videos.
Yeah, I probably will. Like ATL, I watch ATL a lot, and I watched one here a couple weeks ago where he found he had a locker that had a handgun in it, dude, and it was looked like a Glock. It was nice, but you know, I just know me, and if there's a bunch of people there, which I'm sure there will be, I'm afraid that I'm going to get caught up into the hype because I don't like losing at anything.
You're like, what not?
And then I'll end
So-
up paying $2,000 for 6 boxes of dirty clothes or something. You know, that's what I'm
So-
scared of.
So speaking of finding guns in storage lockers, I actually found a Winchester 1912 Winchester rifle.
Wow.
And I thought I was doing the right thing. I took it to my Metro substation because I just wanted to make sure it was free and clear, no issues. And they confiscated it and they're going to destroy it, they said.
Yeah.
So I actually, and I'm here in Nevada, I actually contacted a lawyer and he was like, okay, they're absolutely wrong. There is no law that says that they have to confiscate it. In the future, there's no law that says you have to take it to them. He says you can actually just go to a gun shop and they can look into it, just make sure everything's good and then release it to you. But going forward, do not take it to the police station. And he says, I could get this gun back for you, but and the gun, mind you, it was probably worth about $1,200. He said,
Mhm.
it's going to cost you double that just to get it back. So I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Here's what Corey said. We ain't lost money on a locker yet, but it is a ton of work. Yeah.
It is.
I mean,
I've only bought one, but holy crap. That is
Yeah.
a lot of work.
and you're under a time crunch too, because most places only give you like 24 hours or so to get it cleaned out after you purchase. And
Yeah,
then
I
there's a
had
play where,
48 hours on mine.
Then there's
Yeah,
then
but-
you're under the pressure. Where am I going to put all this stuff? And
Yeah. I just rented
Yeah,
a
but
locker. So
It doesn't have to be a lot of work, though. I mean, you can buy the lockers that aren't packed and to the
Well,
brim.
to me, the ultimate locker, what I looked for in the past was lockers that were all in storage tubs. Easy to move out, easy
Yeah.
to transfer. But, you know, not a whole lot of people spend that kind of money buying a bunch of plastic tubs. They just store it in trash bags and whatever cheap stuff they can find is most lockers, you know.
See, I'd rather spend my time doing the research, not cleaning the unit out. I want to
Yeah.
do the research on finding out what I have and what it's worth.
Right. Well, let me tell you something that I happened up on YouTube in my little searches that I do. These guys, and Shane, you might be familiar with what I'm going to talk to you about. There are channels of guys who metal detect on beaches.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I am telling you, the gold and silver rings, diamonds in rings that they're pulling out of these sands, you want to talk about them making a killing? It's
Yeah.
these guys are making killer money. And I'm sure most of them don't even do it full time. But they're out there hitting it, before the sun comes up, and they show their whole haul at the end of their video. It's really like what we do, because they've got cleaning machines, they've got testers, they pile up all their gold and weigh it, and then they go to whoever's buying gold and they sell it off and pocket that money. I mean, it's intriguing to me. I peddled with metal detecting a long time ago, but got frustrated because I never could find anything but junk pull tabs from beer cans and that kind of stuff.
Have you
That's
seen
really-
the fishing, the magnet fishing?
Yeah. Oh God, that's a rabbit hole in itself.
Yeah.
Magnet fishing.
Magnet fishing. Anyways, I
Well-
was going to tell you guys, I just got a locker for YouTube, so I'm just going to fill it every week for YouTube content and I'm going to pull some awesome stuff. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So, Shane, have you ever been on the beach where you see people metal detecting, like in Myrtle Beach? Do they allow that?
They do, and I was going to say even more so in Charleston, South Carolina, because history lesson, Charleston was the first shots of the Civil War were fired onto Charleston.
Yeah.
So there are a ton of history buffs down there, or I shouldn't say necessarily buffs, but collectors and resellers of Civil War era remnants and stuff, relics and all this. My brother's one of them. He lives down there, and they find all kinds of stuff from the Civil War era times, and of course more modern stuff too, as well as gold and silver and things. But it's very popular in Charleston.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, the money they're pulling out of the grounds over there, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Man,
you
should see the beaches here in Vegas, man. Some of the stuff they were finding over the summer. I mean, they found some guy that was killed from the 1970s and put cement boots on him and put him in a barrel at the bottom of Lake Mead. They found like tons of boats.
Can you
the
imagine?
things you can find?
Can you imagine
Finding
metal
needles in
detecting?
California?
Can you imagine metal detecting one of the deserts out there where you're at, Archie? The kind of crap you'd find.
Man.
I bet you could find some buried money easy. Easy.
No, I mean, back in the late 90s, there was a huge trial that happened because one of the Binions got killed because his girlfriend, wife, whatever she was, and her lover killed him because they knew that he had a safe buried with tons of gold and silver. And they actually went and dug it up.
Wow.
Yeah, I watched the story on that.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are an hour and 30 minutes into the live on Friday Night Locker Room. Again, I want to share with you, go like each of us individually on Instagram. I am Rocky Top Picker. Then we have Soda City Flips, Biscuit Butt, Beard King Picker on Instagram. Those of you in chat, please go over there. Give us a follow if you've not done so. Also on Facebook, also on our individual channels here. And once again, if you've not subbed to the locker room, get in on this next giveaway. Where are we at with subs right now, guys?
You're about to give stuff away. Pretty close.
No idea. But those that unsubscribe, can you resubscribe to me? I'm okay with being at 666.
286.
Okay. We're at 286. When we reach 300 subs, we're going to be doing a giveaway to all of our sub pool. So be sure to get your name in the hat and sub to this channel. And then the next count starts over again when we hit 400. We're going to up the stakes and give away more value. So we hope you'll be a part of that. And share this cast with other YouTubers, other resellers. Just share it to them. We'd like to have more people join us here on when we do lives. And let us know down in the comments how you like the live session. We normally record our shows each week, every Tuesday. We upload them every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. But I kind of like the live format. I enjoy having the other resellers live in the room with us and chat. I enjoy them coming in to see us, and we appreciate your support very much. I know that I do, and I know these guys do as well. And guys, you got any closing comments for us here in the locker room? Everybody gonna be quiet or I'm gonna piss off, boys.
Go for it, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this has been Friday Night Live right here in the Reseller Locker Room, and we cannot wait to see you right back here next time. Peace and love to you, and go out there and do something, because obsession beats talent every time.